If you've been dreaming about a desert oasis with great mountain views, good schools, small town feel, but yet close enough to Scottsdale and Phoenix amenities, well then Fountain Hills might be what you've been looking for. That is the subject of today's video, and I am starting right now. Welcome back. I'm Michelle Miller with Michelle Miller AZ, and my website is Neighborhoods of Scottsdale. And today we are talking about Fountain Hills, all things Fountain Hills. So Fountain Hills is located 30 minutes northeast of Phoenix, 15 minutes from Scottsdale, and it's on the east side of the McDowell Mountains. So our valley runs from Phoenix is on the most west side, then Scottsdale, and then Fountain Hills. Like I said earlier, it's a master plan community, and the whole idea was that it was sort of like a small town kind of feel to it. It has like a big grassy area sort of in the center, and then with the very famous fountain that it's named after. But let's get into a little bit more about Fountain Hills. All right, like all the videos and the neighborhoods I cover, I talk about the pros and cons. So the pros to Fountain Hills is, first of all, it's super hilly. And so people always move here and say, I want a mountain view. Well, it's very probable in Fountain Hills, without breaking the bank, we're trying to get that maybe in like Paradise Valley or Scottsdale is going to cost you quite a bit more money. So there are more options just because of the terrain is so hilly. You are also close to Saguaro Lake, the Salt River, which is really fun to go tubing down. If you've never done that, that might be something you want to check out when you're here sometime. And then you're, at the base of the McDowell Preserve. So there's tons of hiking, mountain biking, things like that. If you're an outdoorsy person, great proximity to jump on those trails from Fountain Hills. Also, you are close to Mayo Clinic. So if you are a physician and you work for the Mayo Clinic, you're like maybe a 10-minute drive, even if you're pretty far into Fountain Hills, to get to work. So you might find that appealing. A nice benefit, I think, is, like I said, is that center part of Fountain Hills, which everything is sort of built around this big green space, really lovely, with this 560-foot fountain that's like famous, and it goes off every hour, which is pretty neat. And so that is a nice benefit. They also do great food and wine festivals and art festivals down in this grassy area a couple times a year. That's actually really a ton of fun. They get a lot of vendors, and even if you don't live in the area, it's nice to visit that as well, because it is a really fun event. Fountain Hills also has a lot of great golf. Wekopa is a really popular course of people when they come to visit always seem to land there. And then there's a couple of private golf courses. There's Eagle Mountain, and then there is Fire Rock. So if you're looking for living in a golf community, that might be a little bit more feasible than trying to join maybe Silverleaf or DC Ranch. It could be, a little bit pricier than maybe the options in Fountain Hills. And there's no perfect city, right? So the cons to living in Fountain Hills, first and foremost, I think, is the distance you are from things in Phoenix and Scottsdale, if you think you're going to be doing that on the regular. So because there's only two ways to get in and out of Fountain Hills. One is down Shea Boulevard when you come from Scottsdale, or if you can come from North Scottsdale, Dynamite Boulevard, and you route through Rio Verde. So that's the hang up, is it's just these main streets with street lights. It takes a while, and it can take you 25 minutes to get into, it's not even into downtown Phoenix or the heart of Scottsdale. So that people might not like. Secondly, it's not a hotbed for great shopping and great restaurants. So if you don't like to go out to dinner or shop, then that's no big deal. It's more like a little bedroom community, and then you go into the bigger city for those other amenities. For me personally, I like to be able to go to a lot of restaurants, and I want good restaurants near me. So for me, that is a negative. But again, if you don't eat out and stuff, that might not be a problem, right? A con that people say is there's a lack of school choices. So again, they are only ranked in the B ranking. There's only just the one middle school, one high school, and then the elementary. But again, there's good access to the basic school, so it does give you options. So, it might offset that, so it may not be a total con, but if you don't want to do the basic school, then there's sort of like nothing in between there. And then the last one is just overall driving distance. Like if you work in Phoenix, that can be a long commute for you. So that might be a negative, or if you're constantly going to the airport for some reason, that might be a negative. So it all depends on, I always just tell people when they're buying, it all just depends on how you live. And so for some people, Fountain Hills might be a perfect community. For me, the way I live and I entertain a lot, I go out a lot, it's not a good fit for me because I don't want to do all that driving. So again, it's a case-by-case basis. Hey, if you've been liking the content of the video, if you wouldn't mind giving it a thumbs up and turn on your notifications so you're notified the next time I drop a video. But I just want to thank you for your time for watching the video today. And if you do have questions about this community or any community in the area, please feel free to reach out to me. My name is Michelle Miller, and my contact information is at the end of the video. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.